Hey, good afternoon. I'm Raleigh Brown, and I thank you all for joining me here on my 75th birthday. What a day. Jeez. And Steve DeHaas, first man in on YouTube, Mike Verbic, Bob McKenna, Linda Worster, Michael Anthony Wood, Aretta and Vron, Audrey Bernheimer, Carol Pred, Ann Mintz, my dear friend who visited me this earlier today, Kathy Marzik and Bob McKenna and John Ferrulo and S.A. Tudhope. And folks are just coming in here. I am still kind of in recovery mode, so my voice is, let's say, unpredictable. So we might end up calling a couple audibles and doing some instrumentals, but we'll try singing first. Here's to you all this morning, and I thank you for joining me here. Ann and my good friend Ken Ulansey came up this late morning and brought some bagels and tuna salad and stuff, and some cookies. It's nice to have sweets on your birthday. And they were slobbered upon by Charlie the dog, who was so glad to see them. And the day goes on. So I'm going to start you out today with a birthday song. I hear 'em singing happy birthday. Better think about the wish I'll make. 'Cause this year gone by ain't been no piece of cake. Just another revolution. Pull it together and it comes undone. Just one more candle and a trip around the sun. And I'm just hanging on while this old world keeps spinning. And it's good to know it's out of my control. 'Cause if there's one thing that I've learned from all this living, it's that it wouldn't change a thing if I let go. You know you never see it coming. Always wind up wondering where it went. And only time will tell if it was time well spent. Just another revelation, celebrating what I should have done. These souvenirs of my trip around the sun. And I'm just hanging on while this old world keeps spinning. And it's good to know it's out of my control. 'Cause if there's one thing that I've learned from all this living, it's that it wouldn't change a thing if I let go. I think I'll make a resolution that I'll never make another one. Just enjoy my ride on this trip around the sun. just enjoy my ride. Trip Around the Sun, written by Al Anderson and Stephen Bruton and Sharon Vaughn. And a few people have recorded that. I think maybe Tim McGraw or somebody like that. And Shania Twain or something. I don't know. I learned it from my old friend, the late, great Charlie Hall, out there in Colorado. And he used to come to Winfield, Kansas every year, and we would hang out and trade tunes. Great guy who's greatly missed these days. So let me see who I'm missing here. Speaking of missed, said hi to Charlie Bryant, David Arthur Radcliffe, Warren and Janelle, Donna Greenberg, Keith Shaw, Kate Petrella, and Charlie Bryant and Kathy Marzik and Johnson Hogg and Deb Libby Clark and Mike Stillman, Pam Zappardino, all my old friends. There's Jeffrey Boyle. Welcome aboard, Jeffrey. And let me see, who am I missing? Mark Steele is here, and Kate Mack out there on the West Coast, and Linda Pasqua-Blaze in Haycock, Pennsylvania. Rich Fowler in Michigan, and Linda Quasti in Maine. She's on YouTube. And I think that's pretty much covers it. S.A. Tudhope out there in the Northwest. Melissa Collard. Hi, Melissa. She sent me a nice little birthday greeting, and she's a wonderful jazz singer. She lives in Southern California, I believe. And Steve Edelman, Slim Edelman, and Larry Pattis up there in the Eugene, Oregon area, if I don't miss my guess. Kind of guessing at that one. So, this one is an original that I wrote a couple of years ago, and I'm still very fond of it. Sometimes you write tunes and then you kind of get to where you go, well, I did that, that's over. This tune I like to sing, so I sing it fairly often. One last look in the rearview mirror as westward you move on. The past recedes, it's just a whisper. Since December you've been gone. Keep your foot off the brake, don't slow down for heaven's sake. Mind the road up ahead, don't dwell on what was said. It ain't no use to cry, just say goodbye to the rearview mirror. It ain't no use to cry, just say goodbye to the rearview mirror. There's a horse out in the field as the wind begins to rise. Dark clouds are rolling, and though you've lost something dear, the air begins to clear. A new day is unfolding. Let the tailwind drive you on, feel the engine's mighty hum. Later on you'll race the sun till the day's done. Up ahead the big sky, just lean in and don't ask why. Keep your foot off the brake, Don't look back, for heaven's sake. It ain't no use to cry, just say goodbye to the rearview mirror. It ain't no use to cry, just say goodbye. The rearview mirror. And Laura Jackson Selden is here, and Helene Toper Fowler and Michael Tierson. Good to see all you guys. If I miss any of you, I apologize. It's actually announcement time, so there are people who are invisible on my feed, and they include Kitseri Kaku and Judith Fox, and Joel Biget and Mario Prue, and George Young, who I think is traveling in Asia right now. I'm not sure. And hello to all of you, and hello to anyone I'm missing here. So, what can I tell you? As usual, there is a link right there where my left index finger is pointing for a PayPal link and a Venmo link. If you'd like to contribute to the Raleigh and Charlie the Dog contribution fund. It covers Charlie's educational expenses. I wonder if I can get a camera on Charlie today. Let's see what happens if I try this. There he is. We may have to do a little. There he is in all his glory, all of his 68 pounds of glory. So we'll bring this back up here, and we'll come back around this way. And then we'll figure out how to get the camera upright again. I'm figuring right around there. And that's pretty good. I'm getting the hang of this. That's Charlie the dog for you. He's been a really great dog. He gets better and better. Some of you who were around when I first got Charlie a year and a half ago may remember that there were some very trying times with Charlie. And Charlie is still sometimes the victim of his own impulses. Driven by fear and terror, he will explode in ways which could definitely hurt a guitarist's hands if you were on lead. But he gets better and better. We keep working with him, and he's trying hard to be a good boy. Bless his little canine heart. So, announcements. It's my birthday. I've been on the planet for 3/4 of a century, and I never thought that would happen. I remember when I was a kid, I always thought, boy, if I made it to the turn of the century, I'd be 51 years old. No, I'll never make it that far, you know. And yet, as my friend Ann was pointing out this morning, we are. She called it being time travelers, but I just call it being a part of history. So there were things that I witnessed or was part of, which most of the people alive on the planet now just know about from reading in books. You know? But I don't want to go all philosophical on you here. So it's my birthday. Thank you for joining me for it. I played Happy Birthday for myself at the beginning. Said hi to the Invisibles, and the PayPal link has been announced. The schedule, I don't know who's on tomorrow. If anybody knows whether Martin McNeil is going to be streaming, put it up here. On Friday, Slim Edelman will be doing his stream at 3:30 Eastern Time. And I think the topic is novelty songs this week. And And on Saturday, Warren Bendler will be doing his stream at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, and I believe that is about the Beatles. And then I'll be back on Sunday at 10:30, and we'll see whether I'm by then feeling up to doing a request show, or I may just keep doing regular shows for a little while, because this healing stuff takes time. And if you're new here, I just had surgery about 10 days ago, and my body needs a lot of rest, and my head is a little wonky. I'm a little bit what the Brits called muzzy-headed. And Warren Bendler says, nope, Bob Dylan Part 2. Okay, sorry. I thought it said Beatles. Anyhow, so Warren will be on at 3 on Saturday doing a Bob Dylan show. And I think that's all the news from Lake Wobegon here. And I'm going to play you an instrumental. And I was thinking a lot about Joni Mitchell. You know, she did her thing at the Grammys, and I went back and watched. If you get a chance, there's a great hour and 3/4 interview with her on the Canadian Broadcasting Network by this guy John. I think his last name is Gomesh. I can't remember right now. Anyhow, it was done about 10 years ago, before she had her stroke, and she's still very articulate and speaks very well, and is very candid about, you know, her life in music and how everything played out. Really wonderful interview. And then I watched the Library of Congress awarding her the Gershwin Award, and at the end of it, she did an a cappella version of Summertime. And boy, she killed it. She was just beautiful. And not the old Joni Mitchell up there in the soprano range. She's way down in the alto range, but it was rich and warm, you know. So I thought I'd play Summertime for you today. Now, I see Linda Worster's here. Alan Kane, my old buddy, is here, and wishing me a happy birthday. Ginger Hopper. Carol Pratt, I think I said hi to, but if I didn't, I do now. And Jack Haas up there in Connecticut, Mike Stillman, Tom Maynard, and John Sprouse. Hey, good to see you, John. Thank you, and Margie, for your card. That was very nice. And like that. Mike Carr is here, that loose cannon friend of mine. And John Ferrulo is on the YouTube channel, and he says, I love Rearview Mirror. Thank you. I'm proud of that song. In a good kind of proud, not in a arrogant kind of proud. Anyhow, Summertime. Summertime, kind of, best I can do. At least I didn't have to sing. Let's see if anyone else has stopped by. Pat Bucknell's here. Hi, Pat and Mel Rivera. I got a birthday note from him today. And Lori Payne and Bethany Phillips, welcome aboard. And I have one more for you today. This was written by my old friend Jeff Bartley, who all of you New England folks know so well, because he's a legend up there in New England. Great songwriter, great singer, excellent guitar player, just the whole package. Rob Moore is here. Hi, Rob. Thanks. Betsy McIntyre from Ohio. I haven't seen you in about a while. It's good to see your name here. And Carol Sherman from the great Southwest somewhere. And Tom Schaefer. Tom Schaefer is a great fiddle player who lives out in I think the Twin Cities or Chicago, one of those, somewhere in the Midwest, right? And I'll show my ignorance. I can do that in so many ways. And I thank you all for joining me. One kind word from my friend Jeff Bartley. I know a man, he never says a word. He strums his old Gibson and sings like a bird. The dreams in his head are almost gone. The times keep changing as the years wear on, and it don't take much to wag my tail. Give me hard-boiled eggs, a little beer in a pail. You gotta work pretty hard to drive me away. With one kind word, and I will stay. Driving in my car, I travel all around. Get up on the stage here in your town. I used to chase all the women, I guess I still do. But love is best when it's tender and true, and it don't take much to wag my tail. Give me hard-boiled eggs, a little beer in a pail. You gotta work pretty hard to drive me away. But one kind word, and I will stay. Up all night and I sleep all day. And people ask me how I live this way. Well, I don't call it living, call it just getting by. If I had the ambition, I'd be a hell of a guy. And I'm about half crazy at the end of my chain. Nobody knows how I stand the strain. If you treat me hard, well, I might turn mean. I'm at my best when times get lean, and it don't take much to wag my tail. Give me hard-boiled eggs, a little beer in a pail. You gotta work pretty hard to drive me away, but one kind word and I will stay. One Kind Word by Jeff Bartley, an old friend of mine for 40 plus years. So thank you for joining me. Love you guys. I will be back on Sunday. You can watch Warren and Slim in between now and then. I'm pretty sure, Bunny Barnes is having trouble with her Facebook thing, and but she also has gigs this week, so she wasn't going to be able to do a live stream anyhow. She's working on it. We may get it set up so she could do YouTube at least. So, times are hard. Remember my little mantra. Be happy. Be healthy. Be brave. Be calm. Be kind. It's a snap. And if you get cranky, take a nap. Next on the list for me. Have a great rest of the week. I'll look forward to seeing you maybe on Sunday. Bye-bye.